This is how I fumbled my first business acquisition for $2.1 million. It would have been netting me $100K a month in profit. Let's talk about the deal and let's talk about what went wrong and also how I'm gonna close it the next time. It's been a goal of mine for over the last 6 years to acquisition my first business. I wanted to buy a franchise first, but in this case, it just came to buying out a business in general. There's a couple of different websites you can look at that I will list out here. Boom, boom, boom. You can go and find different businesses that are for sale. So I went ahead and reached out via LinkedIn to the different owners and told them I was interested in buying your business. I'm an entrepreneur from Atlanta. Hit me up, let me know what's going on. Let's go ahead and talk out terms and the different things that make sense for buying your business. So we went through due diligence. It was a business that was about 8 years old. They were averaging about $1.8 million in revenue, and we're doing a handful of different things to scale up. The owner was only working 5 to 10 hours a week and was literally using an automation team to basically make a lot of the money that was there for the business, which I thought was great. They had a lot of business to business sales, but they didn't have a lot of direct to consumer sales. And I was like, bet, like I see what's possible and I see how we can blow this up. If you'll come on, stay with us for 6 to 12 months, keep the vertical in the way the business has been going. Let's come in, blow up this direct to consumer side, and then we'll buy you out in full. Yeah, this still hurts as I think about what went wrong, but it was super fun learning, right? So the way they structured the deal was $1 million was what they were gonna be purchased for. We had $1.3 million coming from bank financing. We had them carrying a seller financing note for about $500,000, and they were coming to the table with $300,000. They were gonna carry that note for about 5 years, 11% from the bank financing, 5% from the seller financing, and then we had investors that were coming to the table for about $300,000. They were gonna keep it, acquisition, blow it up, pay them out in full early because there were no early payment penalty fees from paying out the bank nor the actual owner of the company, which was super, super dope. Yeah, I realized my knees were not built like Megan Thee Stallion, which is okay. All right, so as we look to continue closing out the different businesses, there was a due diligence period between the bank where they verified all the transactions that went through for the company. There was about a discrepancy, about $400,000 that they needed to clear up. So we went ahead and figured out exactly how that was gonna work and what was wrong between the accounting of the company and the different things they looked through as far as the terms and the sheets that they submitted. So the deal fell through because there were discrepancies as far as like underwriting and making sure that everything about the business matched up on both sides, and it's unfortunate and it's sad. However, I learned a whole bunch, and I also learned that in the short manner of about 30 days, you can buy a multi-million-dollar business without too much money out of your pocket, syndicating amongst some friends and get some good money from the bank to make it all possible.